The Church of Scientology, shrouded in mystery and controversy, has long been a subject of public fascination and scrutiny. Founded by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard, the church proposes unconventional doctrines and practices. Critics often label it as a cult-like organization. Over the years, the Church of Scientology has faced numerous allegations. Former members have come forward with harrowing accounts of their experiences. These allegations have led to investigations, lawsuits, and widespread condemnation. Despite the controversies, the Church of Scientology has amassed a significant following. Tom Cruise, a Hollywood heavyweight known for his blockbuster films and charismatic persona, is perhaps the most recognizable face of Scientology. A devout member for decades, Cruise credits the church for his success. His commitment has made him a prominent advocate for its teachings. Cruise's involvement dates back to the 1980s. He joined after his then-wife, actress Mimi Rogers, introduced him. Since then, he's become one of its most high-profile members. His dedication is evident in his public pronouncements and philanthropy. Within Scientology, Cruise holds significant influence. His celebrity status and support attract both praise and criticism. Admirers view him as a testament to the church's positive impact. Detractors question his judgment and accuse him of being a mouthpiece. Cruise's faith in Scientology has shaped his public image and life. His advocacy and involvement continue to fuel public fascination. The air crackled with anticipation as throngs of Scientologists gathered for the annual celebration. This year's event promised to be special, with whispers of a surprise appearance by their most famous member, Tom Cruise. The atmosphere was electric, a mix of excitement and nervous energy. Attendees, dressed in their finest attire, exchanged hushed conversations. They speculated about Cruise's potential involvement. Would he deliver a speech? Announce a new initiative? The possibilities seemed endless. Security was tight, with guards stationed at every entrance and exit. The event unfolded with the usual pomp and ceremony. High-ranking church officials delivered rousing speeches, praising Scientology's achievements and outlining its future goals. The audience listened intently, their enthusiasm palpable. As the evening progressed, the anticipation grew. The clock ticked by, each passing minute fueling the speculation surrounding Cruise's rumored appearance. Behind the scenes, a different story was unfolding. Sources close to the event whispered of mounting tensions. A disagreement, its nature unclear, had erupted between Cruise and senior church officials. The discord centered around the event's program and Cruise's desired level of involvement. Rumors spread like wildfire through the tightly packed crowd. Some attendees claimed that Cruise had planned to deviate from the pre-approved script. They alleged he intended to use the platform to address the recent wave of negative press surrounding Scientology. Others speculated that the disagreement stemmed from a power struggle within the church's hierarchy. As the evening wore on, the tension became palpable. The smiles seemed a bit less genuine, the applause a tad less enthusiastic. The carefully constructed facade of unity began to show cracks. The stage was set for a confrontation. The question was not if, but when and how it would erupt. The scheduled program concluded, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats. Suddenly, a hush fell over the crowd as Tom Cruise, unannounced and unescorted, strode onto the stage. His unexpected appearance sent a jolt of excitement through the room. A collective gasp rippled through the audience. Cruise, normally the epitome of cool composure, appeared agitated. His eyes darted around the room, his jaw clenched tightly. The air thickened with anticipation. Clutching the microphone, Cruise addressed the crowd. His voice, usually smooth and controlled, was strained, laced with an unfamiliar edge. He began by expressing his unwavering dedication to Scientology, his words echoing the familiar rhetoric. Then, without warning, his tone shifted. Cruise's words took on a sharper edge as he veered off script, delving into the recent controversies that had plagued the church. Cruise's unscripted remarks sent shockwaves through the audience. The room erupted in a cacophony of gasps, murmurs, and confused whispers. His words, a stark departure from the evening's carefully crafted narrative, hung in the air. Security personnel, caught off guard by Cruise's unexpected outburst, scrambled to regain control. Some moved towards the stage, their faces etched with concern. Others frantically conferred with senior church officials, their expressions a mix of shock and anger. The carefully orchestrated event descended into chaos. Attendees, unsure how to react, exchanged bewildered glances. Some whispered among themselves, attempting to make sense of the unfolding drama. Others sat in stunned silence, their eyes glued to Cruz as he continued his impassioned, unscripted speech. The event came to an abrupt end. Organizers, their carefully laid plans in disarray, ushered the bewildered attendees out of the venue. The air buzzed with speculation and uncertainty as people spilled onto the streets, their voices a jumble of confusion and concern. In the immediate aftermath of Cruz's outburst, the Church of Scientology moved swiftly to control the narrative. Security personnel, their expressions tight, escorted Cruz from the venue, shielding him from the prying eyes of the media. A wall of silence descended upon the organization. Spokespersons, normally eager to engage with the press, were conspicuously absent. Phone calls went unanswered, and official statements were non-existent. Inside the church, a different kind of response was unfolding. High-ranking officials, their faces grim, went into damage control mode. Meetings were convened, strategies discussed, and orders issued. The priority was clear: contain the fallout and protect the church's image at all costs. The message to church members was equally clear: silence. They were instructed not to speak to the media, to disregard any rumors or speculation, and to maintain their faith in the church's teachings. The news of Tom Cruise's outburst spread like wildfire, igniting a media frenzy. News outlets, both traditional and online, scrambled to cover the story, eager to capitalize on the sensational nature of the event. Headlines screamed of Cruise's meltdown, his rant, and his shocking outburst. Commentators dissected his every word, speculating on the reasons behind his unexpected behavior. Experts on Scientology were called upon to provide insight into the church's inner workings and Cruise's position within the organization. Social media platforms buzzed with activity. Hashtags related to the incident trended worldwide, with users sharing their opinions, theories, and reactions. The event became a global conversation, sparking debates about Scientology, celebrity worship, and the power of belief. The incident thrust the Church of Scientology back into the spotlight, but not in a way it had hoped for. The carefully crafted image of unity and harmony lay shattered, replaced by a narrative of internal strife and public spectacle. Facing mounting pressure and intense scrutiny, the Church of Scientology finally broke its silence. However, its response was carefully crafted, aimed at minimizing the damage and deflecting criticism. In a series of carefully worded statements, church representatives downplayed the significance of Cruise's outburst. They attributed his behavior to fatigue and stress, insisting that his words were taken out of context. Attempts were made to discredit eyewitness accounts and media reports. Journalists were accused of sensationalizing the event, of twisting Cruise's words to fit a predetermined narrative. The church accused its critics of engaging in a smear campaign, motivated by religious intolerance and a desire to undermine its work. The church launched a counter-offensive, mobilizing its considerable resources to control the narrative. Public relations firms were hired, legal threats were issued, and loyal members were encouraged to speak out in support of the church. Throughout the media storm, Tom Cruise remained largely silent. He made no public statements addressing the incident, nor did he engage with the swirling speculation surrounding his actions. Those close to the actor maintained that his commitment to Scientology remained unshaken. They insisted that the outburst, while unfortunate, did not diminish his faith in the church's teachings or his loyalty to its leadership. Cruise continued to be seen at Scientology events, his presence a powerful symbol of his unwavering dedication. He appeared unfazed by the controversy, his demeanor calm and composed. His continued involvement served as a powerful message to both critics and supporters alike. Tom Cruise was Scientology, and Scientology was Tom Cruise. Their fates were intertwined, and no amount of controversy or scrutiny would sever that bond. The dust has settled on the Tom Cruise outburst, but the incident continues to cast a long shadow. It raised questions about the Church of Scientology, its hold over its members, and the role of celebrity within the organization. Critics argued that the incident exposed the true nature of Scientology, a controlling and manipulative organization that silences dissent and demands unquestioning obedience. They point to the church's swift and calculated response as evidence of its desire to protect its image at all costs. The incident also sparked a broader conversation about the responsibility of celebrities who align themselves with controversial organizations. Some argue that Cruz's fame and influence lend legitimacy to Scientology, making him complicit in its alleged abuses. Whether the incident will have a lasting impact on the Church of Scientology remains to be seen. However, one thing is certain: the world got a glimpse behind the carefully constructed facade, and the questions raised by that glimpse are not easily dismissed.